everyone, it's the Plum Dot and welcome back to my channel. I am here with another Sims 3 speed build, and this one was a little bit out of my comfort zone. This was a little bit of a challenge for me. My friend Sims Fan 923 came to me and said, "Hey, can you build me a house?" And I was like, "Sure, what do you need?" I should have found out what he needed before I said sure, because he said, "I need a house for a couple." And I was like, "Okay, no problem." And then he was like, "It's got to be a starter home." And I was like, "No!" You guys know that I am terrible with budgets. Like, I don't like to restrict myself when it comes to building, and I just find it a really big challenge when I have to do that. But I was like, okay, put on your big girl pants. Let's do this. Let's rise to the challenge. And I have to say, I really love how this house turned out. So the only instructions that Sims Fan 923 gave me was that it needed to be a starter home for a couple, and it needed to be in Starlight Shores, and it needed to fit the style of homes that are in this world. And I was like, okay, breathe in, breathe out. You can do this. It's not going to be too bad. For a couple starting out in The Sims 3, you get 18,500 simoleons. So it's better, 2,000 simoleons better off than if you just have a single sim. So I was like, okay, what can I do? Let's have a look around the world of Starlight Shores. Let's check out the architecture that is in this world. Let's do a little looky-loo on Pinterest, which if you guys want to follow me on Pinterest, I will link that down below in the description for you, and you guys can see all of my mood boards. So I had a little gander at Pinterest, and then I was like, okay, we've got sort of this Spanish Mediterranean vibe going on in Starlight Shores. I can do this. I can make this work. And it turned out really cute, if I do say so myself. This is not a style that I normally build in, and you guys know I don't do budgets, but I think I succeeded. So you guys can let me know what you think down below in the comments. Did I succeed? Does this house fit in Starlight Shores? Do you think it is suitable for a couple of Sims? Let me know. I want to know down below in the comments. So this house is actually 1 bedroom, 1.5 bathrooms. And I broke my little rule of not having a bathroom off the kitchen, but it's kind of, I found a loophole, we'll say. I found a loophole for the half bath that is downstairs. I didn't put the door to the half bath anywhere near the kitchen, like as far away from the kitchen as I could possibly get it, so you don't have all those particles of nastiness going into your goopy carbonara. So your Sims will thank me, but probably not, because their sniffers don't work properly. But anyway, here we are doing the landscaping, and it's very simple, the landscaping, but I think it really works with the house. And speaking of the house, this is called Olive Vista because this house is surrounded by olive trees. So, you know, real creative there. I thought it really worked well with what was going on around the house. So that's why I named it Olive Vista. And you guys know I'm not the most creative when it comes to naming my houses, but here it is. And another thing about this house, it is completely CC free. I know, who am I? I've been building houses that are CC free, which have a little bit of a restriction for me, but you know, if I can't use CC, what do I use? Store content. So there is a lot of store content in this house, but hey, it's CC free, right? You know, there's got to be a trade-off somewhere. And I wanted to zhuzh up these countertops a little bit. I did use the least expensive countertops in the game, but they needed a little zhuzhing, so I made them black and white. And that's a theme that you're going to see throughout this house, is a lot of black and white. For some reason, I associate those colors with high end. So in the kitchen, which isn't very big at all, you've got this subway tile backsplash, and there's a tiny bit of clutter going on here. And I believe I did play test the house, and I believe I upgraded it as well at the request of SimFan923, but I am not entirely sure if I did. So if something breaks, oops, I'm sorry. I can't remember if they wanted the house upgraded, because the way I decorated it, it is kind of high end, if I do say so myself. This is like a high-end starter home with the furnishings and everything, and there is a little bit of clutter. I didn't go hog wild on the clutter because, you know, budget restraints and all that, but it kind of does have that little lived-in look, and I really love the interiors of this house. I just think it's so awesome. It's so cool. And I know I always toot my horn when I do my builds, but like I always say, if I don't like something, I'm not going to put it out to you guys for you guys to enjoy, because I just don't think it's fair. I'm not going to rush things out just to get things out. I take my time when I'm building and I'm decorating, and I have to make sure that I really love how things look. So here we are in the little dining area, and there are 4 chairs. I think I do leave the 4 chairs. It has been quite some time since I have built this house, so I can't exactly remember everything that I do in here, so just bear with me if I get something wrong. But you know, if you guys have a couple of Sims that are just starting out, this would be the perfect house for them. And when I was building it, you did see that I put in a carport. Now, again, I can't remember if I put in a car parking space, but hey, that is something to work towards. It's something to build up towards that your Sims can aspire to, because every Sim wants to have a car parking space in their carport. So I did put this bookshelf in, and I think this bookshelf is from Roaring Heights. For the longest time, I thought this bookshelf came from Aurora Skies, but I'm pretty sure it came from Aurora Heights. And then there are some Monte Vista store content items, which I think this house would also fit in Monte Vista. Like I said, you've got that Mediterranean style going on, so it could fit in Starlight Shores, it could fit in Monte Vista. It could probably fit in any world if you found the right lot. And I don't remember the exact lot size. I think this is a 20 by 25 lot that was already in Starlight Shores, and I just bulldozed the lot that was here. So sorry for the Sims that I kicked out. You're now homeless. Oopsie. But this is a little living room. It's not massive because, you know, it's a starter home. So what do you need in a starter home? You need a television, which I believe that television is from 70s, 80s, and 90s stuff pack, which has my favorite chair, which unfortunately I wasn't able to put in this build because it's not budget free. It's not budget free. It's not unlimited funds, and that chair is mighty expensive for as rundown as it looks. I'm pretty sure it's in the thousands of simoleons for my favorite chair, but I did use something from 70s, 80s, and 90s stuff to make up for it. But here we are upstairs in the bedroom. Now, when I was first planning everything out, I was thinking I'm going to make this sort of a loft bedroom, but then I was like, no, let's make it a proper bedroom. Let's have a bathroom off of it, and then we'll use the loft space for maybe a computer area. Now, I don't think I put in a computer in this house, but again, something else for your Sims to aspire to. This is the house of aspirations. You can just sort of upgrade it as you go along, and your couple could live here for as long as they want. Maybe they don't want to have kids. Maybe they don't want to expand their family. So this could be some Sim couples forever home, and they could just get a dog or a cat or a bird if they wanted to, you know, whatever kind of floats their boat. So I used this bed that came with Showtime, and this is one of my most favorite beds because I believe it's got a energy level or a comfort level of 7, but it's only 560 simoleons, I believe, which isn't too expensive. It's one of the cheaper beds, but it's pretty darn amazing. And if I ever do build cheap homes, that is the bed I'm going to go to, because like I said, it gets your Sims energy up, but it's cheap as chips. So we've made it to the little loft area here, and for a starter home, there are a lot of activities going on up here. So you've got the stereo for some dancing or some exercising, and then SimFan923 also requested that there was a guitar on the lot, so I made sure to get that in. And then we're gonna jump to the bathroom, which you'll see there's a his and her side, but that is pretty much it. So we are almost finished with this little couple starter home called Olive Vista. So I think I'm going to lovingly leave you guys for the rest of the video with some music. I'm gonna skedaddle. Make sure to stick around for the screenshots. And you guys know what I always say, don't be a plum stranger now, guys. Bye!